All right, so while everybody now today is very fearful, fear and greed index is at 24, something we never seen before, basically, where we see fear at these levels and staying at these levels for this long, while Bitcoin has been on a massive bull market or an uptrend since November 2022 or early 2023. So why I'm saying very bullish and I'm not getting fooled by this market and by these headlines is very simple. Now, if you look at Bitcoin today, it's still at 82,000. Pretty much what this is telling me is that the market has priced in the tariffs. That's it. We priced in the tariffs and we have pretty much all the tariffs for each country now. And we know exactly what these tariffs are gonna be. From here onwards, other countries now have to either reduce the tariffs they have put on the US or import more stuff from the US to lower these tariffs. So this is max pain, what I want to say. And the market is kind of like liking it. The market is kind of telling us, look, Bitcoin is strong. Bitcoin did not break. Pretty much all the bears would say that Bitcoin should go to below 70K right now because the Trump tariffs. Well, now the Trump tariffs are a thing that happened now. So that's behind us. Now we know what are these tariffs about. From here onwards, it's just pretty much countries now trying to lower their tariffs or something better than what's happening today, which means the market is going to start pricing in what if the tariffs get lowered, which is very likely because this is pretty much, in my opinion, a show of strength, and Trump just basically wants other countries to lower their tariffs against the US, which is basically what's this thing being all about. But now we have the exact numbers, and looking at the ETFs today as well. Now, yesterday we had $218 million in inflows, like Bitcoin ETF inflows, 218 million, while everybody was fearful and freaking out. Now, if I add the S&P, we can see now S&P actually has been taking a much deeper hit. It actually put in a lower low. So if we look at the S&P, which is the stock market, the US stock market did put in a lower low, while Bitcoin put in a higher low. And that is telling us that Bitcoin is pretty much bottomed, and the reason it's selling off is because it's trying to follow the stock market. It's basically the last people that are left that want to sell or are weak-handed are selling. We're pretty much getting rid of them slowly, and that's pure sign of strength when it comes to Bitcoin, even Ethereum as well. Now, even Ethereum now is still close to 1,800. Now, you would think that with these tariffs and with all the drama and this peak fear, you would think that Ethereum would be now pretty much at 1,500 or below, but I'm surprised. I actually was looking at waking up to a 1,500 Ethereum. Since I seen what's happened and I started seeing Bitcoin pulling back, I was like, I don't even want to look at the charts anymore. I did not want to look at the charts, but I did, obviously, and I was shocked how Ethereum is holding strong here. So this is pretty much telling me that the bottom is pretty much in now. We're looking at the bottom. We're looking at sellers' exhaustion. We're even looking at even the smart money and the whales are buying now. We have whales accumulating Bitcoin through ETFs, and something crazy as well, which is Larry Fink, which is the BlackRock CEO, is shilling Bitcoin. Larry Fink says Bitcoin could replace the dollar as the world's reserve currency because of national debt. Now, I know this sounds like a cliche, clickbait kind of headline, but remember that Larry Fink is not some random Twitter KOL influencer. That means people with a lot of money listen to this guy and care about what he has to say, and his opinion matters a lot. So what I'm looking at is pretty much a clear picture here with the fear and greed index. When it comes to crypto, we're just like the crypto dudes, and we're in our bedrooms trading in the dark, and we don't have much look outside our bedroom much. We don't look at the world and what the world is doing and what the large money is doing. So pretty much it's easy for people that are just stuck in the trenches to get fearful and to freak out and to think the bull market will never happen and to think that Bitcoin will never come back up. And that's why pretty much a lot of people in crypto don't make it. basically because of the simple fact that we get stuck into this crypto ups and downs and high volatility that it really plays with emotions. And we can see it whenever we are at the bottoms, like fear is at its extremes, and whenever we are pumping, we are in extreme greed. So we are pretty much never in the middle. And the crypto market is very emotional and very volatile. The thing is, since Bitcoin is holding strong and Ethereum is holding strong, which is very important for our altcoin season, and pretty much when I'm looking at all the coins and meme coins and even the low cap memes are holding strong, which is amazing to me. This just tells me that pretty much now the worst case scenario is priced in, which is the tariffs, which is the bear market, which is pretty much anybody that believes we're going to have a bear market sold and left, and pretty much everybody that believes that the tariffs are going to cause a recession left. And whoever is left now is us, and probably us, we are going to make it. The people that stay in this market stay when actually the markets are down, when we buy the bottoms, right? Not when things are pumping. So pretty much the bottom is everywhere across the board. But most importantly, it's Ethereum. Ethereum has one of the worst sentiments around it right now in the crypto space, especially on Twitter. YouTube is not affected that much since it's not very popular on YouTube to talk about Ethereum. But it's pretty, the sentiment around it is the worst. And as I've shown you previously, guys, when it comes to Ethereum, when Ethereum pumps, altcoin pump with it. Now you can watch my previous video. I cannot just say that every video and explain why, but pretty much Ethereum is your index for altcoins to start pumping. And we're still doing this double bottom thing. This is crazy. If you remember, guys, from the previous video, this double bottom thing is playing out still. It's holding. And we're pretty much end of day today, which is the day after the storm, after the rain, right? Trump tariffs wipe out nearly 2 trillion. Whoa, that's such a headline that if you wake up to it, you're probably going to rush to sell if you are one of those weak spaghetti hands. And we are a day after and almost over. The storm has almost passed. And as I explained, markets are always looking ahead. So what can happen from here is not an increase in tariffs, but a decrease, less tariffs, because of just basically other countries retaliating and lowering their tariffs and make Trump happy, and Trump make us back happy by pumping the markets. And talking about Trump, today Trump was again loud and talking, and Donald Trump was just asked about the stock market's reaction to his tariffs, and you pretty much know that he's paying attention to the market. He responded, it's going very well, which is not true, but Trump added the market is going to boom. So he's pretty much gonna start to feel the weight of what he's causing now in the market, all this craziness. And pretty much he's going to try to fix that. And what we have as well coming is the FOMC meeting, and we have possible rate cuts coming as well after this. And even then, I was looking at this screenshot last time, but I couldn't find it, but now I found it, where Trump actually made a comment about the stock market and the president. The picture is not very clear, but if the Dow Jones ever falls more than 1,000 points in a single day, the sitting president should be loaded into a very big cannon and shot into the sun at tremendous speed. No excuses. Now, he knows that, and now he's actually the guy causing the stock market to drop. Since the market now is so concerned with the tariffs, and we can see now the tariffs now are set, any bullish thing about tariffs will send the market higher, which is another confluence of this is being the bottom. And if we look at the RSI on the daily, it's still on this bullish divergence, and the bullish divergence are still playing. And I actually went long Bitcoin yesterday, and you can see this bullish divergence, RSI going up while the price was going down here. And we're still forming this bottom. We did not break the bottom. Like literally now, breaking below that 76k would be a sign of weakness, but we did not do that. We did not actually do that. Now you could look at this chart and think this has to happen. We might wick and come back, but it didn't. Actually, the market is holding strong on the day after the tariff. So the tariff thing is pretty much behind us right now. And what's coming this week is your usual US hourly earnings, non-farm employment change, unemployment rates, which is usually related to the Fed's cutting rate and all that. And then most importantly, we have US Fed Chair Powell speaks tomorrow. That's another catalyst to look at on Friday. It's very likely we see a weekend relief rally. Reason why I'm long Bitcoin now. But the thing is, this is the last important thing actually to look forward to in terms of news. And from there on, it's just going to be technical analysis and what's going on here. And in my personal opinion, really, what I'm looking at is this downtrend on Bitcoin that's pretty much was about to break out. But because we have this bullish divergence here, the likelihood of breaking this is very high. And I wouldn't be surprised to actually see that tomorrow's data and the US Fed Chair speaking, causing actually the breakout. I wouldn't be surprised if he actually changed his stance and starts to talk more about rate cutting and cutting rates and talking about helping the economy and whatnot, especially that we've seen now Trump is going full on Oppenheimer on this stock market, $2 trillion from the US stock market. I wouldn't be surprised to see Powell changing his stance, ready to start printing and bringing that machine that prints money. And talking about money, the dollar is going down. The dollar got wrecked as well with the market. Something to keep in mind, something that happened actually when Trump took office in 2016, the dollar went down. And now it's crashing exactly as predicted. That's something I've been talking about for a while. And why is this important? Now, if I add, let's say, 8 down below, you guys can tell me, but whenever the dollar starts to go down, prices of assets starts to go up. Ethereum bull market, right? This was the 2017 bull market. And this was the 2021 bull market. Now, this was Biden. The dollar did not crash heavily. Also, the dollar did not go up as much. But we still had a bull market. Now, again, we got Trump. And the dollar is crashing exactly like back in the days, but heavier because of the tariffs. And now we're still waiting for the for the prices to start to recover. And just looking at this dollar against Ethereum here, chart alone makes me feel very bullish. When you see this dollar crashing, ETH pumping, dollar crashing, ETH pumping, dollar crashing again, and it is still here. You cannot make this up. This is probably one of the best entries we're gonna look at in the future. And when I say Ethereum, this means all the coins that are on Ethereum as well will follow, right? This is not just about Ethereum, but this actual chart alone is something I just look at every morning and go back to sleep in peace when I see this. Dollar is still going down. We still haven't seen actually assets going back up. And we know why, because they're waiting for the Feds to actually change their mind and start cutting rates. That's pretty much it. That's why I'm not getting shaken by this market. That's why I'm holding strong. And that's why I'm not among these people that are fearful right now in the 24. Fear. Who is fearful today? I just want to know. But this is it. This is why people are fearful. This is why people are fearful today. And pretty much it's time capitulation. It's not because of prices, but because they bought in, but the prices did not pump. Right, that's pretty much why. It's that they bought in a year ago and the prices has not pumped yet. And if you were here in 2023, you probably made enough this far to actually be patient again for the next rally. But most people came in 2024 for this cycle. But if you came in 2022 and early 2023, you probably made enough now to actually be on the safer side or on the comfortable side of the bed here. Anyways, guys, don't get shaken. Thank you so much for watching today's video till the end, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.